Welcome back to Mysteries in the Dark. I'm your host, Luna Sparks, and I am here with my co-host, Omar Trekker. This is episode 3 of the Alton Steel shutdown in Alton, Illinois. So, all right, Steeltown listeners, buckle up, because this one has hit hard. Honestly, Omar, when I first heard the news about Alton Steel, it felt like a physical blow. We're talking about more than a factory shutting down. It's like the heartbeat of a workforce, of an entire community almost, just going quiet. It's the end of an industrial chapter that really defined Alton for over 2 decades.
Yeah, Luna, it really is. I mean, you can't overstate the impact of something like this. Alton Steel wasn't just another company, it was a cornerstone. For years, they've been turning out the backbone of American manufacturing, steel rounds. Those round-cornered squares, bar and coil, stuff most people never even see, but industries absolutely can't live without. And now, to hear those furnaces have gone dark, permanently, it's just devastating. It's a gut punch, like you said, felt all across the Riverbend.
Absolutely. The company announced they're shutting down operations this week, calling the business economically unsustainable. And you know, economically unsustainable is this corporate phrase, but what it really translates to is the fight just got too big. They couldn't keep up. It's aging equipment, fierce global competition, and these industry giants with pockets so much deeper and plants so much newer. Alton Steel was a smaller, privately held company, and it sounds like they just couldn't access the capital needed to compete in a steel industry that's been consolidating rapidly for years.
That's the harsh reality, isn't it? CEO Chris Irvin didn't sugarcoat it, calling it an incredibly painful decision. And you can imagine, after more than 20 years of employees pouring their skill and sweat into that mill, for leadership to come to that conclusion, it must mean those structural challenges truly became impossible to overcome. It's not just a business decision, it's a human one, with massive ramifications.
And that's where the story really lands for me, Omar. We're talking about 253 workers losing their jobs. That's not a number, that's families. That's mortgages, college tuition plans, retirement dreams that suddenly just vanish. Roughly 200 of those are union members with United Steelworkers Local 3643, so they have a network, but still, the immediate shock must be profound.
It's beyond profound, Luna, especially when you consider what makes this even more shocking. Just weeks ago, the company was actually hiring. Can you imagine that? No real warning signs, no slow fade, no public struggle that we were aware of. Just a sudden, abrupt stop. State Senator Erica Harris really hit the nail on the head when she said families had built their futures around these jobs, and now that stability has just disappeared overnight. Lawmakers are demanding answers, and frankly, I don't blame them.
It speaks to a deeper issue, too, doesn't it? The vulnerability of these industrial towns. One minute you're humming along, providing vital materials, and the next, the rug's pulled out. It's a stark reminder of how quickly economic landscapes can shift. And what's even crazier, Omar, is that this closure marks the end of what was, at one point, a truly remarkable comeback story for Alton.
Oh, absolutely. I remember when Alton Steel rose from the ashes of Laclede Steel's bankruptcy in the early 2000s. It was a massive deal then. Local investors, with incredible foresight and belief, bought it for just $1 million, and they brought steelmaking back to the city. That was a huge moment of pride. At one point, employees themselves even owned the company through an ESOP, an employee stock ownership plan. Think about that. There was true ownership, a deep belief in what they were doing, in their community, in their craft.
Exactly, that's the kind of story that gives you goosebumps. It shows the sheer grit and determination of this region, to not just salvage what was left, but to rebuild, to create a new legacy, and to give hundreds of people jobs and a sense of purpose. But even that kind of belief, that level of local ownership and pride, it has its limits in a rapidly changing global market. It underscores the immense pressure smaller independent manufacturers are under today.
It really does. You have these massive corporations that can invest billions in automation, in new technologies, in securing supply chains globally. And then you have a company like Alton Steel, with a deep history and dedicated workforce, but just unable to match that scale of investment. It's not a reflection of their effort or their skill. It's a reflection of the economic realities they're up against. It's like bringing a knife to a gunfight in terms of capital and market dominance.
Right. And it's a trend we've seen playing out in various industries across the country, not just steel. Small to medium-sized businesses, particularly in heavy manufacturing, find it incredibly difficult to compete when consolidation is the name of the game. The margins get tighter, the capital requirements get higher, and suddenly, even a well-run, efficient operation can find itself on the losing side.
And the ripple effect, Luna, think about it. It's not just the 253 people directly employed. It's the local businesses that supplied the plant, the restaurants where workers grabbed lunch, the convenience stores, the service industries. When a major employer like this closes, the economic impact radiates outward, affecting so many other livelihoods in the community.
It's a huge multiplier. However, what gives me a glimmer of hope amidst this incredibly difficult news is that this isn't just about loss. Company leaders are saying they're going to work with state workforce agencies and nearby employers. They're trying to help these displaced workers land on their feet. For example, U.S. Steel in Granite City is a nearby option, and while it's not the same, it's something.
That's crucial. Any support system, any lifeline, is absolutely vital right now. And you know, if there's one thing Riverbend towns understand, it's resilience. They've faced downturns before. They've seen industries come and go. There's a certain grit and solidarity that kicks in during times like these. The community is already bracing to rally, which is a testament to the people there.
It truly is. It speaks volumes about the character of the area. It won't be easy and the pain is undeniable, but knowing there's a collective effort to pick up the pieces to support those affected, that means something. It's not a quick fix, but it's a starting point.
And it highlights the ongoing challenge for communities that have historically relied on heavy industry. How do you diversify? How do you prepare for these kinds of seismic shifts? It's not just about attracting new businesses. It's about retraining a workforce, supporting small businesses, and fostering an environment where innovation can thrive, even when the old guard fades.
Exactly. So today we've really been digging into what went wrong at Alton Steel, what happens next for those 253 workers, and what this means for the future of manufacturing in towns like Alton. Because at the end of the day, Omar, this isn't just a business story, it's a people story. It's a story of struggle, resilience, and the relentless march of economic change. And it's unfolding right now, in real time.
It absolutely is, Luna. And our hearts really go out to everyone affected by this. It's a tough road ahead, but if history tells us anything, it's that these communities, these workers, they know how to face adversity. It's a somber moment, but we hope that the efforts to support these families lead to new opportunities and a stronger future for Alton. Thanks for joining us today, and we'll keep following this story closely as it develops.